Hello, my name is Swastik Parsalkar, and the problem that I'm going to discuss today in this DSA series is Fibonacci numbers. So it is a well-known series of number into a progression that tells about how the successive addition of those number will give us a newer number into a pattern having some algorithm behind it. Now here is a basic example um, that we have going to derive in this series using uh, simpler Java program and then move it to the advanced version through recursion. So what does in this example we are going to do is simply add two numbers by at the starting, that is 0 and 1, then return addition of those two numbers in the upcoming series, that is c equal to b plus 1, that is 0 plus 1 equal to 1, and then coming forth 1 plus 1 equal to 2, 1 plus 2 equal to 3, 2 plus 3 equal to 5, and so on. In this process, in our brute force or very primitive approach, what I'm going to do is I'm going to store two numbers in A and B and then swap those values to get the upcoming number series. Now let us get back to our simpler solution that can simply write it as int equal to 5 if you want first five numbers into the Fibonacci series, then also initialize some other variables, say int a equal to 0 and the starting, b equal to 1 and c so equals to 0. So this loop will be getting repeated until uh, it it reaches the limit that we are going to set by using condition inside a while loop, that is n is always greater than 0 and value of n is 5, and after every each successive repetition we are going to decrease its value of n, and the very simpler type of logic that appears is, let us say c equals to a plus b, and also uh, in this scenario we are going to swap this value, like b will become a and c will become b. Simple. Okay. Then a equals to b and b equals to c, and then simply return those values by system dot out dot print ln. I will use print, then use tab spacing forward slash t backslash t plus, we're going to return c. Let me run this. C, simple then. Okay. In this series, I have only got five of the numbers, but not 0 and 1. 0 and 1 is also included. So, what I will do, I will do minus 2 here, and then explicitly I must declare those basic value system dot out print ln, okay, print back t plus e. Then similarly, I will do for displaying the value of b. Now it will work fine. Okay, let me return some other values like seven numbers starting into the Fibonacci series. Yes, we have got 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and all seven numbers we have got. So our program is working fine. So what here is happening that we have declared it into a condition that is basic A and B initially, then these successive addition will return us the number series. Now, it was a very simpler solution. Now, using the recursion, um, what we are actually going to do is uh, make it more into the framework of mathematical significance and also introduce the reuse of the code logic. So for that, let me comment this one. Let me directly erase this one. Okay, till this. Yes, until this. So now here we only have number 7 is total number of elements we want to display into our Fibonacci series. Then what I will simply do is call it into for loop. Basically, a while loop was used, but using this for loop, I int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Then simply print system dot out dot print, then back t or tab plus a function that I'm going to declare is Fibonacci, and at every iterative of I, it will return a Fibonacci number. Now for that, let me declare a function that we want to call again and again into our recursion Fibonacci numbers, and let me rename it as recursion. Okay, here the function type will be declared static int Fibonacci, and then simply int of I, we are going to pass it, and our base condition based upon this mathematical rule is that Whenever we are going to return, or whenever our starting numbers would be 0 and 1, that value of I equal to 0, then we must return 1, because the number that is going to be returned is minus 3 if value is 0, and minus 1 if the value is 1 in the second iteration. So these would be our baseline conditions that we will overcome first, and then after every successive recursion, the values will get into its track, like 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 2 will return 1, and we will get the series as 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and so on into our algorithmic way. Now, implementing this baseline condition, it will be simple. I equals 0, and then must return 0 if also if the value of I equals to 1, then return 1. Now our important formula through which we are going to call this function, that is Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. So from this point, our series or Fibonacci number series will get into a right track, and we will be getting the correct numbers in upcoming iterations. Now let me again run this, and I will try getting this same result. Okay, I have returned it as n, and instead of n I will write I minus 1 and I minus 2. Okay, yes, perfectly fine. We have got this numbers into the pattern, and here is how this code works. From this, I have got to learn how we can reuse the code or call a function multiple times and get it into the series of numbers. Okay. Anyway, in a simpler solution, we have used while loop, and here we have used for loop. Any loop we use, it doesn't matter. But the only motto was to introduce the concept of recursion here, which I have learned, and that's it for the day. Till then, I will be reviewing myself and improving my communication skills and also the programming logic. Till then, thank you, bye bye, and have a nice day.